Welcome back, friends, and if you are new, happy to meet you. Today is all about spring cleanup and getting ready for spring break. On this day, we had a company coming over to wash the black algae off of our roof and house and power wash the patio, sidewalk, and driveway. But before any of that could happen, I had to clear the patio. Just like the rest of the house, the patio attracts clutter. We had been mowing, planting, trimming trees, etc., and all of our equipment had to be put away. Pollen covered everything, so we had to spray down all of the furniture and just overall give the back patio a good clean. It was so windy on this day, and it made moving stuff off the patio a bit challenging. It had also started to drizzle. I apologize for the gentle swaying of the camera. Wind and tripods are not a good mix. In that blue wagon, I'm putting anything that needs to be trashed or moved to the garage, and then I took it around front and put everything where it needed to go.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town. See the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack up.
While I was clearing the patio, the power washing company showed up to get started. Now, I'm going to be honest, my stomach dropped when I saw him up on my roof. I know he is a trained professional, but oof, I could not watch. One, I am terrified of heights, so even my roof would be too much for me, and then add in the slant, and no thank you. The before and after pictures are incredible, which you'll see at the end of the video. While he was power washing our house, I took that time to pack for our spring break trip. Speaking of packing, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Level 8, for their very gracious support. Okay, let's pack with me today. Now, I have already had the opportunity to take this on a couple of trips, and I love this. This is the Level 8 case, and some of the things I like about this case is that it comes with the TSA lock, so your zippers won't come undone en route, but of course TSA can get into it, so just push that open, it unlocks. Locks back real easily. I usually just change those to just a couple of random numbers. Can't open. Love security locks. Just for this reason, because I've traveled before and my zippers have come open even when I haven't been, searched by TSA, and so I really like that particular feature. So another thing I love about this case is that the handle extends way up, so works beautifully for my 6-foot-plus husband. And then I really love these right here because it keeps the case just looking really neat. Plus the wheels that turn, it's got the 4 wheels and they all turn. I've had other rolling suitcases that have had 2 wheels and they're not as free turning as these, let's just say that, and so you're only able to pull them in one direction. This one I can roll all over the place, spin it around. These also has lay flat handles, but they come up beautifully and then just pop right back down. Great. All right, so this is my level 8 suitcase. And by the way, I want to thank level 8 for sponsoring this video. If you have not ever tried a level 8 suitcase, I highly recommend them, and I'm going to show you why. This is their carry-on one. I'll put a link in the description below to this one that I have, and I love this color. It's a really hard case. It's actually not showing any signs of wear and tear yet. Like I said, it's already been on a couple of trips. But yeah, let's get started. Honestly, this may be my favorite carry-on suitcase I have ever owned, and that is saying a lot because I used to travel with my corporate job and went through a lot of carry-on luggage. I love the fact that it comes with this 4-piece water-resistant packing cube set. I used one of the cubes to put my tennis shoes in, and it worked out great. The other cubes held my clothes, makeup, skincare stuff, etc., and my cables and electronics. Everything fit perfectly in the bag, and I packed enough clothes for 4 days easily. I was going to have access to a washer and dryer over spring break, so I didn't need to pack an entire week's worth of clothes. I am seriously considering getting their full-size case for my husband as he travels a lot with his work, and we often have to pack a week's worth of clothes for him. Once closed, this level 8 Elegance case takes up very little space in the back of the car. Even after a couple of trips, the polycarbonate shell is showing no signs of wear and tear. Level 8 was gracious enough to give my viewers 5% off their purchase with the discount code in the description. Okay, enough packing. Now let's go to my happy place. Oh, and by the way, if your happy place does not have goats, you need a new happy place. These are so pretty, but I don't think they're going to get big enough for where I want to put them. Although I love hibiscus trees. I would absolutely love a Chinese fringe tree, but that would literally take up our entire backyard.
I mean, there's some right here.
Oh, that's a good one.
Pretty though.
I mean, we're in the herbs section. I want to get more.
Okay, let's go look at some trees. So I got jasmine last year, and it turns out my husband is allergic to jasmine. So we will definitely not be getting jasmine again. I love all of the butterflies that are flittering around. I don't know if you can see them down there. Okay, so I promised my husband no fruit trees and no trees with nuts. But I don't know. I will keep my promise. I'll talk to him and see if I can change my promise. But at the moment, I'll keep my promise. Although I wouldn't mind having like a dwarf citrus tree. Oh, these are pretty. I wonder what these are. Azaleas. I love azaleas. I don't think I've seen this color though before. I usually see them in white. But azaleas might work because they like heat. but I think we might get too much sun where I want to put them. So that's probably not going to work. I need something that really doesn't need any shade. All right, let's go look at some crepe myrtles. And even though I keep saying I don't want a magnolia tree, I might look at a magnolia tree. I like the Japanese blueberry trees, just because they have like the really beautiful leaves on them. But I think they can't do like full sun. Oh no, they do full sun. They also get really tall. The tall isn't the problem, the width is the problem. Unless I can keep them, you know, shaped like this. But I think that would look weird in my backyard. I don't know. I might just do a live oak, call it good. I don't want a holly because that has the berries. What is this? This is a Tonto crepe. And while it's like a good height right now, it only gets about 10 foot tall. So that was not going to work in our backyard. Because our current trees are about 15 foot tall. Like, I love this. So this one up here, this big, huge red one, is called a Thunderstruck. It is gorgeous. It's Thunderstruck Coral Bloom. But again, it's going to get pretty big for our backyard. The space I'm trying to fill I had 2 beautiful bougainvilleas, and they did not survive the winter. We got too cold a couple of times, and they didn't survive. So they're in between our crepe myrtles, our current crepe myrtles. And so I'm trying to create more of like a privacy screen there, which the bougainvilleas, you know, were going to do a great job until they, you know, keeled over in the hard freeze, which, you know, I'm in southeast Texas. We don't usually have really hard freezes, but we did, and they didn't come back. So now I have to fill those. These are the kind of crepe myrtles that I have right now. This is the variety that I have. This is the variety that I have right now. And they're absolutely gorgeous. And they don't get overly big. They get like 15 to 20 foot tall, and ours are like 15. And they get about 10 to 15 foot wide. So I could definitely put 2 more in there. But I was just kind of hoping for a color break. So I might do like a Natchez. The Natchez ones bush out beautifully. And they have these beautiful white flowers. These beautiful white blooms. So I may wind up doing like 2 of these, because they would fit really well against our current trees. So I don't know, decisions. I wound up not getting any trees, which turned out to be a good thing, because we have baby bunnies currently nesting where I was going to dig for the tree. I did, however, get a gorgeous Australian violet, 2 impatiens, some birdseed for our feeder, and 18 marigold plants. I think the back patio is looking really great. It's not finished. I still need to get the rods for the curtains hung and finish clearing off the tree pruning stuff. Thank you for coming along with me today as we engaged spring mode. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day.